Are you looking to find good coverage for Medicare but have found yourself thinking, what the heck is Medigap? If you're thinking this, you're certainly not alone. Medicare has a lot of different parts to it, which very quickly can make the program confusing. But by the end of this video, you're going to walk away as an expert on Medigap, otherwise known as Medicare Supplement, and you will have a better idea of what Medicare coverage is right for you. So with that being said, let's answer the question, what the heck is Medigap? Medigap, or Medicare Supplement, is extra coverage that you can get from private insurers to cover some of the gaps that exist in original Medicare. The idea is that you will pay a premium for the Medigap coverage, which then will fill all of the little gaps that exist in original Medicare. Now, if you're about to get on Medicare, understand that you don't have to get a Medigap policy. You can choose to just have original Medicare or get a Medicare Advantage plan instead. A good way to think of Medigap plans really is just as extra coverage for original Medicare that covers some of those gaps that exist. However, a lot of people on Medicare typically want to have some extra coverage because there are a lot of big gaps in original Medicare. Some of these gaps include a deductible on Part A of original Medicare of $1,600 when you're admitted into the hospital. You have to pay all of this deductible amount before any coverage in the hospital takes place. And this deductible renews every 60 days, which means that if you are in the hospital 2 or 3 times in a year, you potentially could be out thousands of dollars because of it. And if you happen to need an extended stay in the hospital, then you will start paying copays for every day that you're there past day 60. And they can get very costly very quick. And then with Part B of original Medicare, there is a 20% coinsurance payment that you have to make anytime you use Part B of original Medicare. So if, for example, you had an outpatient procedure that cost $5,000, then you're responsible for $1,000 out of pocket. Or if you got a motorized chair for $500, then you're responsible for $100 of that payment. Big or small, whatever you use Part B for, you are responsible for 20% of whatever that cost may be, and there is no maximum out of pocket. So these expenses, as long as you're using Part B, can continue to increase and go up and up and up. These gaps in original Medicare's coverage can add up really quickly. But thankfully, Medigap was made specifically to fill these exact gaps and more. There are 10 different types of Medigap plans that people on Medicare are eligible for, but there's really only 3 that we care about: Plan F, Plan G, and Plan N. Plan F is what we refer to as full coverage, or the Cadillac of coverage, because it really does cover everything and more. A Plan F will cover the $1,600 deductible that you have with Part A of original Medicare, and it also will cover any expenses that you have on an extended stay in the hospital. So those co-payments that we talked about earlier, if you're in the hospital past 60 days, those are going to be completely covered by a Plan F. Plan F also covers the 20% coinsurance that comes with Part B of original Medicare. So whether you're getting an outpatient procedure done, getting a wheelchair, visiting the doctor, you won't have any expenses for those things. Plan F even covers the yearly $226 deductible on Part B. So when I say it covers everything, it truly covers everything. But one important thing to know about Plan F is that not everyone is eligible for it. They're currently phasing out Plan F, and if you became eligible for Medicare on or after January 1st of 2020, then you cannot enroll for a Medigap Plan F. But if you became eligible for Medicare before January 1st of 2020, so sometime in 2019 or before, then that means you can enroll for a Medigap Plan F. Thankfully, this next Medigap plan is just as good. Medigap Plan G has basically the exact same coverage as a Plan F with one notable difference. It does not cover the yearly deductible of $226 with Part B original Medicare. Other than that, though, it has the same coverage that you would see on a Plan F. It covers the $1,600 deductible with Part A, as well as the copays on an extended hospital stay, and it covers the 20% coinsurance that comes with Part B of original Medicare. So if you're looking into getting a supplement plan, then a Plan F may be the right option for you if you became eligible for Medicare sometime in 2019 or before. However, if you became eligible for Medicare in 2020 and on, then a Plan G likely would be the right supplement plan for you if you're looking into getting a Medigap policy. Now, both of these plans have a possibility of having a pretty high premium depending on a few factors, which leads me to the last Medigap policy that we'll be taking a look at today, which is Plan N. Plan N is a really good option if you still want to have a Medigap plan, but are looking for a premium that would be slightly cheaper than a Plan G or a Plan F. Plan N will actually cover everything that a Plan G does, but the main difference that you will see on a Plan N is that you will have copays for specific services. The main copays that you'll see are a $20 copay if you visit a doctor or a physician, and you will also see a $50 copay for every time that you go to the emergency room but aren't admitted as a patient into the hospital. But in terms of pricing, a Plan N premium could be $20 cheaper than what you would see on a Plan G premium, or it could be $50 to $100 cheaper. It really does just depend on several different factors, such as your age, your bill of health, your gender, where you live, and more. There's quite a bit of variance when it comes to the cost of premiums on Medigap plans, since those costs tend to be extremely specific to the individual person. And because of this variance, if you need help figuring out if a Medigap policy would be right for you and your specific circumstance, then you can reach out to us at our office via the number that you see in the top left corner of the screen, where you can reach out to us and speak with a Medicare specialist and find out if this would be a good option for you. It doesn't matter where you live in the US, we can help you wherever you are, because we know that Medicare can be confusing. So if you have any questions or need help with anything, then feel free to give us a call and we would be more than happy to help. I hope this video helped shed some light on what Medigap is and allows you to make a more informed decision about your Medicare health coverage. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our office and speak with one of our Medicare specialists who can help you with any concerns or needs that you might have.